What's up everyone, welcome back. So as you all know that the summer season is here, and of course during summer season you also tend to get a lot of casualties, especially with dry rot. Now this is very common in case if the temperature tends to rise really high and you have been doing underwatering excessively. Like in my case, I tend to forget to water some of my succulents because they're scattered everywhere on the roof. So I had few casualties. Now this is something that I cannot teach you because this all depends upon how well you tend to do a visual check on your succulents, because as I've mentioned this multiple times, it's always advisable to do a visual check once in 2 weeks or probably once in 3 weeks, and that's when you get to know a lot about your succulents, because your succulents are going to give you a lot of signs. Basically, you do a visual check in order to check if there are any pests or if the succulent needs any cleaning. You also check if the stem has any issue or not. So these all things fall under your visual check. Now over here, this is what happened. This is one of my Echeveria raindrop. I think I forgot to water it and it started to have a dry rot. Now luckily, I happened to see it well in advance and I started to cut. Now I kept on cutting until I did not see any brown part on it, but unfortunately it reached to a part wherein it looked like this. Now this portion is completely dry, it's healed up thankfully, but you can see it was a very close call because it's almost closer to the crown area. If I would have not looked at it, or if I would have not paid attention to it, I would have definitely lost this raindrop because the rot would have reached all the way to the crown area. Once the crown area is rotted, we cannot save the succulent. We cannot do a leaf propagation. We cannot do any kind of cutting once the crown area turns darker in color. So I was lucky enough to catch this until it reached. So you can see there is hardly any space left for the crown area, but hopefully it roots very soon and probably I can save it. As of now, I'm just waiting for it to root. It is kept in indirect light, so I hope it will root very soon. The same way, this was my Graptovaria titubans. This one I caught it very early because the stem started to dry out. It was getting a dry rot on the stem. So I happened to cut it out at an early stage. So you can see we still have a good crown area, and now it has already started to root. As you can see, there are a lot of roots. So I will put it into the soil. But this one was an early catch. So I still had a good amount of stem area on this. Unlike this one, I had to do a lot of cutting. Like I had to take the box cutter and keep slicing it until I reached to this part. So this is something that I can't teach you because it all depends upon how well you are able to study your succulents and how well you are able to catch it before it's too late. So this is something that I can't teach you because it all comes with experience. And then I have my ruffles. I think I had done the cutting. I had showed you this is the mother plant. The mother plant has got a good amount of roots, as you can see. So I will be putting this into the soil. So you can see the roots. It is doing quite well. It was kept in indirect light. That's why you can see the colors are quite faded. It's absolutely fine because for us it's important the succulent stays alive. So it was kept in indirect light. Now that it has got roots, I will put it into the soil. It rained yesterday, so the soil is wet. So I have to wait for maybe a day or so for the soil to dry, and then I can transfer it into the soil. Whereas the pup of the ruffles, it has not developed any roots yet. It's still kept out of the soil, so I'm waiting for it to root. Let me take a closer look. I think it might get a root, as you can see over here. It may get a root, I don't know, but until then it's going to be kept aside. It's kept along with its mother for it to air root. Again, a lot of people have asked me how long it takes for succulents to root. It completely depends upon your environment and climate. I can't give you a time frame when the succulent will root. It all depends upon the environment, the climate, the type of succulent. Most likely it can get rooted within 2 or 3 weeks, and in some cases it can take even longer. But ideal time frame is around 2 to 3 weeks. Within that they start to root. Again, it all depends upon the variety of succulent. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.